Hello. Like you, I'm a UMIST graduate, and you will be joining a group of people whose qualifications have taken them to top jobs in industry, public service, and education all over the world. There's hardly an organization in this country or in overseas where you will not find a UMIST graduate, whether that be in a British or an overseas university concerned with engineering and science, or whether that be a manufacturing company, both here or overseas, or indeed in public service too. UMIST graduates are to be found as chairman of major British companies in aerospace, as chairman of the Engineering Council, and indeed as the chief scientific advisor to the Cabinet Office of Her Majesty's Government. And their success has been very much dependent upon the qualifications that they obtained from us and the ability that they developed to be able to deal with new ideas and new concepts in a way which allowed them to take their own subject forward to the very frontiers of knowledge. For in a sense, that is what a UMIST degree is all about. It is relevant, it is topical, it is useful, it allows you to open your minds to all the new and exciting developments that are to take place both in this country and in overseas. However, I wanted to take this opportunity to also congratulate your parents and your relatives and your friends who over the years must have been a constant source of support to you in many different ways. And for them, your success today is a successful day for them too. And I'm sure that you would wish to join with me in thanking them and expressing appreciation to all that they have done for you. I would also very much like to believe that in the years which lie ahead, that you will find one way or another of maintaining contact with UMIST, either through your tutors, or through your department, or through our alumnus organization, the UMIST Association, which is to be found not only in the United Kingdom, but in many different countries all over the world. Wherever I travel, I can always find a UMIST Association, a group of former UMIST graduates who come together and remember the good times and the bad times they had at UMIST. I hope that in going forward in the future, you will remember all the positive things that were taught to you by your lecturers and by your tutors. Their experience, some of which I hope will rub off onto you, will hold well for you in the years to come. I can remember my own graduation day many, many years ago with a sense of pride and achievement. And I very much hope that you will also share that experience today. So many congratulations and good luck.
On behalf of the University of Manchester, it gives me great pleasure to welcome the families and friends of the students who are graduating today in mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, engineering, manufacture and management, and to join them in congratulating our new graduands on bringing their years of study here to a successful conclusion. Your academic achievements have their basis in your work at school and in the support you have had from home, as well as in the courses you have followed here. And it's fitting to recognize all those who have contributed to the many years of preparation. Now that the final examinations are over, it's possible that the subjects you have studied may fade from your memory. But what should not be lost is the intellectual training and development needed to reach the standard of a degree. This will give you confidence in your ability to meet future demands. Any job that you take up will certainly require flexibility and a willingness to go on learning, so that education will continue to be a part of your career. It is particularly pleasing this year to address the UMIST graduates on their own home ground, instead of in the Whitworth Hall as in previous years. This new arrangement is a result of the increasing number of graduates, which reflects the continuing high reputation and attractiveness of the courses at UMIST and the university. Our programs of study are continually being adapted to meet new needs. For example, there is a growing interest now in courses which combine a technological subject with languages or with management studies. And it's clear that many young people are already looking forward and planning for the European future and thinking of careers that will not be limited to Britain, but will take advantage of the wider community. It is essential that our engineers and scientists should be able to hold their own with the best of German and French professionals, and should be ready to operate throughout Western Europe and, of course, further afield. I have already mentioned the expansion of the university. We expect the number of students to go on increasing during the 1990s, and there will be further developments in part-time and post-experience courses. This will, of course, put our facilities under some pressure, but we already have plans for expanding student residences, and UMIST will shortly be opening a major new residential and conference centre with 500 places. The university will follow with about the same number a year later. Now, you probably realize there are difficulties over funding the expansion of higher education, but we believe that Manchester is well placed to provide a major resource for education, training, and research into the future. A large part of the university's activity is in the area of research, and this perhaps is less evident to undergraduate students. Some of you will perhaps be planning to continue your studies at postgraduate levels, and you will then see something of the great range of collaborative projects, many of them with local industry, which maintain the long-standing tradition of involvement by this institute in the world outside. Another aspect of this is the large number of sponsored places for students, and UMIST has increased this number very considerably in recent years. This interaction between the institute and industrial and commercial partners needs to be maintained from one generation to the next. So many of you will be in senior positions in your firms in years to come, and I hope you will bring your experience back to UMIST, call on its resources to help in planning technical innovation and providing up-to-date training. You may also want to come back as employers in 20 years' time to the career service, which you have probably already met as students. So the circle is completed. I should mention here that if anyone has not yet visited the career service, they're very willing to help with information and advice during the summer, And of course, they have a great many contacts with employers of all sorts. I hope you will keep in touch with your contemporaries and with the academic staff, possibly through your departments, possibly through halls of residence or the UMIST Association. This, as you probably know, has a number of branches overseas. I should like to conclude by extending best wishes to all those who are graduating today, and hope particularly that you will look back with pleasure on your student days and forward with confidence to a successful future.
Madam Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the award of the degree of Master of Engineering in the Faculties of Science and Technology in Engineering, Manufacture and Management, Matthew Paul Burgess. Philip Andrew Chater. Alexandra Louise Bather. Nina Nicole Carey. Alexander Jocelyn Green. Gail Evelyn Lamb. Michael Paul Martin. James William McEwen. Peter David Peace. Mark Ian Pollard. Benedict David Seddon. Stuart Alexander Waldman. Martin John George Willisey. John Martin Wormold. Christopher James Drew. Michael James Hutchinson.
Madam Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Chemical Engineering, Jennifer Broughton. David Ian Lamb. Abraham Togatorup. Kui Che Yap. Michael James Devonport. Barry James Gettins. Rupert Charles Hamilton. Colin James Hamnett. Anthony Jonathan Jagger. Duncan Keith Stock. Philip Graham Sutcliffe. Losfina Abdul Kadir, Danny Abu Bakr, Rasman Abu Samar, Peter Jeremy Bennett, Pearlie Che, Peter Creer, Paul Stephen Dunkerley, Shobha Devi Kanda, Michael Stephen Lee, Andrew Norman Leland, Robert Lysons, Andrew John Milner, Imam Parianto, and Evan Morgan Lee.
Madam Pro-Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering with honours Andrew Charles Acklem, Malcolm Daniel McGowan Dale, Ho Leung Michael Ho, Yong Song Ho, Wee Beng Ma, John Francis Milroy, Wei Kit Poon, Chi Hang Thomas Wong, Matthew Robert Yardley, David Andrew Burrin, Sin An Chang, Ka Chan Chun, Philip John Hawkins, Chi Leung Ho, Kok Wai Hui, Xiao Ling Lo, Paul John Mapleston, Carl John Mason, Harris Christos, Dian Wa Yunying Prihar Rasahi, Lukman Shalahuddin, Rodney Whitfield Smith, Timur Priambodo Srihato. Paul Stefanidis. Stephen Taylor. Stephen Andrew Walsh. Andrew Banks. Pang Chong Pia. Stephen Ian Brown. Andrew Peter Bick. Siu Chun Chan. Mark Richard Craig. Darman. Daniel Peter Doyle. Abdul Munir Firdas. Fatulu Razak Ghazali. Wei Chin Chua. David Robert Hodge. Philip James Holland. Graham Isherwood. Timothy Robert Jones. Piers Dale Klepper. Chi Chiang Lim. Kyriakos Miamis. Chansa Moncanta. Anderson Mupeta. Christos Onu Friou. Paul Pang. Anthony David Pearson. Enricus Christiawan Martono. Jonathan Blaze Stewart. Ian Chu N. Tan. Nadim Ullah. Gareth Whitford. Philip Colin Bridge. Wei Gan Chan. Vincent Chianya Chu. Abbas Baharuddin Ferrat.
Thank you.
Graham Lyle Houston. Darren Johnstone. Kok Fu Q.
Thank you.
Yat Wei Leung. Linda Man Ching Liu. Jean Marilyn Martin. Enda Peter McLaughlin. Andrew Michael O'Brien. Timothy Rankin O'Keefe. Michael David Osborne. Zulfikar Mohammed Rahman. Robert Christopher Riley. I'm sorry. Chi Hun Soon. Teresa Quo Toombs.
Well done.
Frera Trollness.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Michael Petsios.
Congratulations.
Sit, Universitas Nostra Mancuniensis, hoc vacantes consurgamus.